Hey everyone, it's Justin. Thank you for watching and or listening to the podcast, and welcome to my house. It is time for another ServiceNow Store highlights video. That's SSH version 20250708. And for any of my regular viewers, you might have noticed that I've been a bit absent. There were some issues with my crawler, and then I got behind, and then there were some massive updates. There's basically the Q2 store release that I missed while I was in Knowledge Conference in Vegas. Then pile on to that an update of fixes came out from ServiceNow on June 9th, and I just got so behind. So what I've decided to do is just cut my losses and start over with covering what came out in last week in the ServiceNow store. And then going forward, I'm going to move production so that these come out on Tuesdays instead of Mondays, because my weekends don't quite work the same way that they used to, and I don't want to push these all the way back to Friday like I used to do. So that's the status update on where I was. Let's jump right into the breakout for this episode. There were 2 fixes, 7 highlights, 5 minor updates, 10 new releases, and 5 release notes fails. So let's jump right in and check out how that breaks out. For the fixes, there were 2 again. Anomaly threat stream integration and screen meet beam had fixes for this particular episode. There were 5 minor updates: AI-powered search and knowledge recommendations by Coveo, Apiro ASPM for application vulnerability response, New Rocket Orbit content management system, Koala CMDB bidirectional sync, and XDome asset discovery were the minor updates for this episode. And there were quite a few release notes fails this time around. They were Certify Gen AI Go Live Assessment, Attentional Automation Services, Puppet Self-Service Spoke, and Runbook Management. If you haven't seen or heard an episode before, a release notes fail is simply that there is a new release, but I'm not able to tease out from the release notes what's new in the release. It's just basically repeated or missing release notes for that particular version. So that brings us to the good stuff. We have actually 10 new releases that came out last week. The first on our list is going to be Agentic AI Optimizer by Work4Flow. Let's check out the key features for this one. A centralized performance dashboard. It presents a unified real-time view of critical AI execution metrics, including published AI workflows, active AI agents, and average execution time. There's also Execution Insights and Diagnostics, continuously surfaces operational intelligence through reports like top used agents, slowest agent, failed tool calls, and failed agent calls. And then lastly, Workflow Usage Visualization. The usage of workflows visualization provides a quick overview of how frequently AI workflows are executed, helping teams track adoption and identify underutilized or overloaded processes for automation. And that's the new app from the team at Work4Flow. Our second new release is AI Agent Attachment Summarizer. Let's check out the key features for this one. They include automated attachment summarization, work notes auto update, contextual knowledge article recommendations, resolution step suggestions, multi-format attachment support, and real-time processing. And that's the new application from Estrella Partners LLC. Our third new release is going to be CDW Smart Admin, expert support that ensures you get the most out of ServiceNow. Key features: it is a custom application installed in ServiceNow. It is used to track and deliver modifications to ServiceNow, including designed to minimize impact to existing functionality, built for transparent delivery through reporting and dashboards, introduces controls for consistent support. Smart Admin is also a dedicated team that supports ServiceNow using existing functionality plus custom features introduced by the Smart Admin application. Highlights include follow structured lifecycle for platform modifications, communicate platform support through tickets, and access to tools needed to support the platform. And that's what's new for the team at CDW Logistics LLC US. Our fourth new release is SciCode Application Vulnerability Integration, seamless integration of SciCode vulnerability detections into ServiceNow Application Vulnerability Response. The key features for this one: integrates SciCode vulnerability detections into ServiceNow Vulnerability Response, even though they said AVR earlier, fetches secret violations from SciCode and maps them into AVR tables. There we go, AVR. Supports on-demand execution and schedule synchronization. Uses ServiceNow's vulnerability response integration framework. Stores API credentials securely in ServiceNow's encrypted table. Tracks integration execution with integration runs and integration process records. And enables ServiceNow customers to fetch and manage SciCode vulnerability detections. And that's what's new from the team at SciCode Inc. Our fifth new release is Delego. Delegate with confidence, govern and with ease, or govern with ease. Sorry, I kind of mumbled that one, jumbled it. The key features for this one: delegation management, simplify authority requests, approvals, withdrawals, and amendments through intuitive, structured workflows. Live Authority Register, instantly view, query, and manage decision-making powers across the organization from a centralized register. Delegation Criteria Framework, delegate using multiple parameters that reflect your organization's structure and governance need. Full auditability, automatically track every delegation change with visibility via dashboards and audit-ready reports. Integration-ready architecture built to support future integration with ERP, HR, procurement, and other enterprise systems. And low configuration overhead, deploys quickly using out-of-the-box settings with minimal need for involvement from ServiceNow product teams. And that's what's new from Head Ahead Ltd. Our next new release is ILO Spoke, or ILO Spoke, simplify and accelerate how you integrate with Infosys Live Operations, or ILO. The key features are, there's a lot of them, let's see, oh my goodness, we'll summarize. There's some subflows for ILO event notification and ILO error handling. On the Spoke side of things, for actions, we have an integration enabler check, get valid token, prepare event payload, post event payload, and as far as flows, it consists of flows in the initial application package focusing on the event sharing on order management tables, related fallouts, cases, and incidents. Let's see, so we have send event payload to ILO on customer order creation and updates, send event payload to ILO on order line creation and updates, order line item creation and updates, order task creation and updates, fallout creation and updates, case creation and updates, incident creation and updates, incident task creation and updates. As far as payload configurations, the payload configuration and outbound field map tables are used to define the data requirements for the shared event. And that's what's new from the team at Infosys Limited. Our next new release is Instance Manager, automated instance maintenance for the Now platform. That should be interesting. Key features, automated maintenance rules. Automated maintenance rules enable fully automated corrective and preventative actions within your ServiceNow instance. These rules monitor or define health indicators, configurations, or data patterns, and automatically trigger maintenance actions without human interventions. The key capabilities are monitor instance health metrics, automatically remediate known issues. Examples include clean up old records or correct processes, schedule automated rules to run at specific intervals, and track execution logs for audit and transparency. As far as automated task generation, you can define thresholds for metrics like slow queries and scripts, diagnostic errors, and mid-server status, trigger tasks automatically when thresholds are exceeded, include diagnostic details and recommendations in the task for faster resolution, and monitor task status and aging to ensure timely handling. As far as maintenance templates, the key capabilities include define reusable task templates with predefined steps, descriptions, and owners, schedule recurring task creation, standardize maintenance activities like audits, patch reviews, or instance cleanups, and ensure that no maintenance activity is forgotten or overlooked. With regards to node and semaphore monitoring, the key capabilities include monitor node status and memory consumption, monitor available default and integration semaphores, and monitor logged in user, guest, and integration sessions. And that, everyone, is what's new from the team at Vanius Virge AB. Hope I said that right. Next up on the list of new releases is iTech AG Grants Kit 360. It is on ServiceNow and digitizes and streamlines the entire grants lifecycle. I'll highlight that this is a Learn More button instead of a Get App button, meaning it's probably consisting of both functionality plus services from this particular company. But the key features for this one on the functional side, planning and funding console and schedule builder, user-friendly applicant portal with eligibility checklists, applicant dashboard with submission status and dropdown, holistic view of applicants, assessment, scoring, ranking, rubrics, and panel reviews, automated award agreements with signatures and disbursements, post-award monitoring and compliance checks, analytics and visualization of grant performance data. On the technical side, they include integrations, workspaces, portals, and generative AI. And that's what's new from the team at iTech AG LLC. Our next new release is ITSM Skill Hub, smarter ITSM, faster outcomes, happier teams. Key features for this one, skill triggers embedded across ITSM modules, sentiment-aware prioritization guidance, rich ticket auto description powered by Now Assist, AI-based similarity detection across records, and scope deployment with no core table changes. And that's what's new from the team at Amorphous Services PVT Ltd. And our last new release for the episode is Service Graph Connector for Traceable. Service Graph Connector for Traceable is also their tagline. Key features for this app include import up-to-date API inventory from your Traceable instance to ServiceNow CMDB to get a holistic view of all your digital assets in a single place for better change and incident management. And that is what's new from the team at Traceable Inc. And that leaves us with the highlights. We have 7 of them this week, and I was really impressed with the release notes on them, so let's check those out. First up is Doc Integrator. It was updated version 3.2.0000. And in this new release, what's new is SPO365 certificate-based authentication, SPO365 document privacy, and doc flow management. There's also been some updates to their list view, doc integrator configuration, menu changes, dynamic site and library overrides, encryption was updated, relative URL and SP site ID support, doc flow designer actions improvements, doc integrator job logs, and is that it? 3.2 updates. We're on version 3.2. Okay, so there's more. Updated labels and annotations, definition-related tab updates, and they fixed view download greater than 1,000 files from Doc Integrator widget, faster load times for Doc Integrator widget column sorting, resolved zip file corruption, DocFlow supports SharePoint event scope on Doc Integrator connection records, and there are a couple of known issues that you may want to review before installing this update from the team at Discover Technologies LLC. Our next highlight is from Flexera 1. They updated to version number 1.6.203, and in this one they have new features and enhancements. They enhanced the hardware classification for specialized devices, virtual machine classification, optimized network adapter RTE processes, enhanced ServiceNow integration authentication. There's a lot more text than what I read, but if you're using this application, you may want to check out what's new from the team at Flexera Software Incorporated. Our third highlight is Platcore LMS Learning Management System. It was updated to version number 4, and in this version they have a new feature, the LMS Admin Workspace. Key areas and benefits of this new workspace include an actionable homepage, registration and completion insights, content hub, and simplified data management or a list page. In the Powerful Analytics Center, they have custom visualizations, pre-built reports, trend analysis, and they're actively seeking ways to improve their dashboard. Major feature enhancement includes instructor-led training. That includes reserved seating and recurring events. There's also an ILT course player for learners that includes centralized session enrollment, just-in-time virtual meeting access, and enhanced location details. Other enhancements include course content, mark a registration as quiz blocked, hide unlock quiz on plans, and attachments now show in KB articles. Other updates added a CEU filter to the catalog page, duplicate text was fixed, translated certificate, display issue on inactivity, and search dropdown no longer displays behind widgets on Learner Portal, and a couple of bug fixes in this release from the team at Platcore LLC. Our next highlight is from Process X. It was updated to version number 3.1.0, and in this version it includes major enhancements across ALM/VLM modules and core system functionality. That includes ALM, VLM enhancements, requirements management, CMDB integration, revision workflow, parent-child requirements, simplified risk assessment, and requirement associations. There were some UI/usability improvements, collaboration and automation updates, traceability and dashboards, ALM project improvements, trace matrix and test relationships, workflow optimization, cascading cancellation logic, test management improvements, enhanced reporting and dashboards, core enhancements in security licensing and compliance. Under task management, auto-complete plan toggle, extension request, task order rules, clone disabled. Under system cleanup and optimization, deprecated tables were removed, and drop-down standardized UI info icons removed. Under security enhancements, dynamic approvals, removed user restrictions, role-based filtering, coordinator privileges, cross-scope protection, and block canceled record approvals. Additional enhancements include CMDB IRE validation and upgrade support, and the impact and benefits include improved compliance, operational efficiency, greater flexibility, and user empowerment. Wow, what a mouthful from these updates, and especially this one from the team at USDM Life Sciences LLC. Our next update, our highlight is Quality Clouds. It was updated to version number 12.1.0, and this version they introduced non-blocking quality gates. Under the Quality Center improvements, they have Academy and Doc Quick Links added in the header, redesigned left side navigation menu, and UI and best practices performance improvements. Under live check improvements, there's a new architecture for batch update sets, improved error messages when the update set scan fails, run diagnostic performance improvements, pop-up notification when triggering a live check for a US with another live check already in progress. Automatic live check is triggered when all blocker issues in the US are written off, and app scan import status visible on the live check form. For Agile 2.0, removed related list filter for bulk export. Exported issues now display the task number instead of the link to the task, and new role/group support for issue functionality or issue export functionality. Write-off and peer review improvements include write-off expiration date is now configurable from the app, and the peer review group is now configurable within the app. QC Copilot improvements, code comparison, look and feel improvements. Overall enhancements include simplified developer access, all application field types change from string to choice, new diagnostic checks to validate already created API keys, and a global component installer has been improved to handle incorrect REST message user permissions. And there are a couple fixes you may want to check out for this application from the team at Quality Clouds Ltd. All right, almost closed my whole browser. The next highlight is Seikon Telecom Connect Mobile. It was updated version 2.2.0, and in this version, that includes a smarter API logging by linking transactions to entity sync queue records for easier traceability. Comment sync support now extended to orders. New fields added to devices and services tables for richer API data access. Role ID and user sync is now configurable for greater flexibility. UAT credentials can now be used when cloning production API keys to lower environments, and a system property was added to control scheduled job execution in non-production environments. And that's what's new from the team at Global Sourcing Group DBA Seikon.com. Our last highlight for the episode is the VCF automation plugin. It was updated to version 9.0.0, and in this version, it supports or introduces support for VCF VM apps, support for file upload variable on custom form, rebranding of product from VMware to VCF automation, and some bug fixes. And that's what's new from the team at VMware LLC. And that, everyone, is our entire episode. Let's take a look at what you just saw or heard. We saw 10 new releases, 7 highlights, 5 minor updates, 2 fixes, and 5 release notes fails. Now, like I said at the beginning, hopefully we pick back up and keep our regular schedule. Look for these videos or podcasts now on Tuesdays. I hope you found this video or podcast helpful. If you did, please like, please subscribe, or share it with somebody who you think might be interested. What's new, what was updated, or what was removed from the ServiceNow store. And until next time, don't forget to always be learning.